It was a time of unprecedented destruction and devastation. World War II had ravaged the world for 6 long years, leaving countless lives shattered. But it was in the summer of 1945 when the United States made a decision that would change the course of history forever. Today, we unravel the untold story of why the United States dropped the atomic bomb on Japan. Our journey takes us back to the early 1940s, to a top-secret project known as the Manhattan Project. In a remote corner of New Mexico, the world's greatest scientific minds worked tirelessly to develop a weapon of unparalleled power. They sought to create an atomic bomb, one that would end the war swiftly and decisively. As their progress advanced, the scientists faced a moral dilemma. The destructive potential of the atomic bomb was unimaginable, but they also knew that the war had exacted an enormous toll on both sides. The Allies had tried other means to end the war, but none had been successful. The Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor had thrust the United States into the war, igniting a fiery determination to seek justice and bring an end to the violence. Moreover, the atrocities committed by the Japanese during their occupation of Asian territories had left an indelible mark on the collective conscience of the Allies. As the war progressed, President Harry S. Truman found himself facing an agonizing decision. He knew that an invasion of the Japanese mainland would result in astronomical casualties for both sides. Estimates projected the loss of hundreds of thousands of lives, both American and Japanese. Truman's advisors presented him with various options. Some argued for a continuation of conventional bombing campaigns, while others advocated for a demonstration of the atomic bomb's power in an unpopulated area. But with the Japanese government showing no signs of surrender, time was running out. And so, on August 6, 1945, the Enola Gay, a B-29 bomber, took off from Tinian Island carrying a weapon that would change the world forever. As the Enola Gay approached its target, the city of Hiroshima, the crew knew the enormity of what they were about to unleash. At precisely 8:15 a.m., the bomb, codenamed Little Boy, was dropped. The impact was cataclysmic. The atomic bomb's explosive force flattened Hiroshima, instantly killing tens of thousands and leaving a city in ruins. The scale of devastation was beyond comprehension. The world was stunned by the destruction caused by the atomic bomb. But even in the face of such horror, the Japanese government remained resolute, refusing to surrender. 3 days later, on August 9, 1945, another atomic bomb, this time codenamed Fat Man, was dropped on Nagasaki. The devastation was repeated. As Nagasaki was thrust into a whirlwind of destruction and despair. The cumulative impact of the atomic bombings finally prompted Emperor Hirohito to intervene and make the difficult decision to surrender. On August 15, 1945, Emperor Hirohito delivered a historic radio address, announcing Japan's unconditional surrender. The war had come to an end, and the world heaved a collective sigh of relief. In the aftermath of the bombings, debates raged on the moral and ethical implications of using atomic weapons. Some questioned the necessity and the immense human cost, while others argued that it was the only option to end the war swiftly and save lives in the long run. Scientific minds who had developed the atomic bomb were now confronted with the reality of its devastating power. Many felt a responsibility to ensure that nuclear weapons would never be used again, and that their knowledge could be harnessed for peaceful purposes. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked the dawn of the nuclear age, forever changing the global geopolitical landscape. The world now faced the challenges of nuclear proliferation, arms control, and the delicate balance of power between nations. The bombings prompted international discussions and led to the establishment of the United Nations, an organization aimed at fostering peace and preventing future conflicts. The world vowed never to forget the devastating consequences of nuclear weapons. The decision to drop the atomic bombs on Japan remains one of the most contentious and debated topics in history. It's a complex story, entangled in the horrors of war, moral dilemmas, and the pursuit of ending the conflict that had consumed the globe. Today, Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as solemn reminders of the catastrophic consequences of nuclear warfare. The survivors, known as hibakusha, share their stories as a testament to the importance of peace, nuclear disarmament, and the prevention of future human suffering. The decision to drop the atomic bombs on Japan was made in the crucible of war, where lives hung in the balance, and the pursuit of victory was paramount. It was a decision born out of the complexities of its time, forever etching its place in history. As we reflect on this untold story, Let us remember the past, learn from it, and strive for a future where the devastating power of nuclear weapons is never unleashed again. May the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki serve as a reminder of the importance of peace, diplomacy, and the relentless pursuit of a world free from the threat of nuclear annihilation.